Mike the Troop Jackson, back with another edition of Fighters Talk. Here at Gracie Baja, Texas. Today I'm joined with UFC heavyweight Justin Ledet. How you feeling, man?
Good, man.
Now, you coming off of, I know it's been a few weeks. You had time to kind of process everything. But you're coming off a big win in Ireland. Your first time out of the country. What was that experience like?
It was awesome, man. Being over there, the flight, it was okay. Wasn't as bad as I thought, but being cramped up on them little seats, I need to think about that first class next time.
Come on, man.
But, yeah, I went over there and it was good, man. It was, went to go see, explore and stuff, went on a little tour.
Okay.
And everything, got to learn about the history. So just seeing another culture, it was awesome.
Now, did you have a tour guide, like UFC provide you one of those, or was it just kind of do your own thing?
Nah, we do a lot of talking, like to the taxi drivers, and then
Okay.
they actually have like a tour bus company that, like, if you're walking down the street, they hand you a flyer and they take you around like the double-decker buses and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. Took us to like a castle and stuff.
Okay. So you were taking on Mark Godbeer in Belfast, and you came out with just a beautiful submission win. And it seemed funny if you look at your record, if you look at the way you win fights, you got a lot of submissions on your record.
Mm-hmm.
But I think because of your presence in the octagon, your exceptional boxing, people kind of submissions isn't in the forefront of their mind. But you went out there and locked in a slick submission, and everyone was all just go. They were kind of bugging out a little bit. What was your thoughts on your performance that night?
It was so-so, man. Got in there, got the job done, and got out, no injuries, and was able to get another fight quickly. So that was, that was good, and that was kind of part of the plan. But it was so-so. It was all right. We got to win,
Yeah. And now speaking of other fights, right after, not too long after the fight, they announced that well, we already knew that UFC was coming to Houston, but they got you another fight.
Yeah.
In your hometown.
Yeah.
You ready?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When was the last time you fought? It was prior to the UFC, right?
Yeah, it was actually the last time we did one of
Oh,
these.
the fight,
with
bro. Yeah, it was the last time.
Rotating code.
Look, no, we can't do nap pokes this time. No. We can't let that be the thing.
Oh man, that was the worst, man. That was the worst.
But it was gonna be a good fight,
Yeah.
But now you're taking on it's Dimitri. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Dimitri. Where is he from?
Ukraine or Russia,
Okay.
somewhere.
Now we know about the Ukraine fighters, those Middle Eastern or not Middle Eastern, but like Russian style fighters. They bring it.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something else.
No.
I don't know. Pavetskin just fought this weekend,
Right.
yeah. But yeah, they do bring it for sure.
And so you're going up against a tough competitor. Do you know anything about your opponent going into the fight?
He's actually pretty good. I mean, he's young. I think he's like 26, 27. He's 10-0. He's a ground and pound guy. He actually beat Fedor's brother, Alexander Emelianenko. So pretty good little matchup we got going on.
Okay, and what type of prediction, or not prediction, but how do we see the fight itself going? Are we looking to get another submission, or are we looking to get that knockout?
Man, I'm thinking it's gonna be one of them fights that you don't want to be in. For real, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It was like it's like I'm gonna be like lazy the first 2 rounds, and I'm gonna pull something out of my ass the 3rd round. That's how I think it's gonna go.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that. But look, we want to entertain, right?
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Now, let's walk us through your last fight. It seemed like you were going out there, you're showing some boxing, and then again, it ended up on the ground. Did you have a game plan going into that fight?
Nah, not really. Just going out there and fight, man. That's
Okay.
pretty much the game plan. Wherever the fight goes, I train in all aspects. Even though that, of course, my first love is boxing. I do train everything, and saw the opening and was able to go for it.
Right. Speaking of boxing, we had the retirement fight of Bernard Hopkins. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, saw it. I saw the highlights. I didn't see the fight.
Right. Same here.
Yeah.
And I actually hit my people up who were actually out there covering the fights, and I was curious to know how the fight was kind of going leading to it, and they said it was a good fight up until the end of it. But as far as Bernard's legacy, do you feel that that particular moment, closing out his career in that way, do you feel that will impact his legacy in a negative way?
Nah, I think it'll only impact his way in a positive way, man. For sure. I mean, you going out here, I mean, he's not picking no chump up off the street. I mean, it's Joe Smith Jr. He had the other belt, one of the other belts. So I mean, it was one of the lower belts, but still, man, he's just not finding some can. He's still trying to fight top-notch competition, man. Anytime that you're a fighter and you're going out there and you're not trying to prove to the people, he's more so trying to prove to himself. This is what he enjoys. This is all he knows at this point in his life. And just going out there, and just trying to evolve in himself still at this age. So I think it only adds to his legacy.
51 years old. Could you see yourself fighting at 51?
I could. That's the problem, man. 'Cause I see, man, people are like, oh, man, he needs to stop fighting. He needs to stop fighting. I'm like, man, I see with those guys. I mean, for the past, 10 years of my life, all I've known is just go and train. That's all I've done, And then when somebody comes and tell you, hey, don't do this no more, that's all you know at that point. Kind of like, almost like the prison system. Once you've been in there so long, that's all you know. That's all you're going to go through your daily motions as. So that's how I look at it.
Okay, that's a definitely good outlook. Sticking with boxing, they just announced that Miguel Cotto is coming back, but
Kirkland,
he's fighting James Kirkland.
Yeah.
I personally don't like. I like the fight stylistically. We're going to get an entertaining and exciting fight because of the fighters. But does James Kirkland really have a shot?
Did he get back with Ann Wolf?
Does it matter?
I
guess it kind of matters.
It kind of matters. That's where he had a lot of his successes with Ann Wolf. But now, once I feel like a fighter, they jump around trainers. It never really helps out. Okay. Like when you have those long time, because you build a relationship with your trainer and everything, and they're gonna know. Sometimes you might need outside advice, like somebody's 2 cents or here. But I feel like you never really need to train change your main trainer, especially in boxing. Maybe like in MMA, you have different things you want to focus on, but in boxing, that one trainer, should hold true. So. I think it's a good matchup. Is it going to be pay-per-view? I don't think it should.
I know it's going to be in Texas. That's all I know.
Oh, I did see it. I think it is on pay-per-view.
Okay.
It was not a very.
Now who's going to buy that? Now we talk about. We look at some recent pay-per-views. We look at Manny Pacquiao, who just fought, and that really didn't get the hype. And this is coming off of. I want to say that was his first fight after the Mayweather, maybe his second fight after Mayweather. I can't recall, but. He doesn't have. It seems as if he doesn't have the same drawing power as he once did.
Man, I think it's all in the opponent, man, because nobody knows Vargas. I know who Vargas was because I saw the Saddam Ali when he knocked out Saddam Ali, and Saddam Ali is pretty good. So I knew who Vargas was, and I thought Saddam Ali should have won against Vargas.
Okay.
I thought that but Vargas ended up catching him with a shot. And when I heard the Pacquiao Vargas, I was like, come on. Like, that was the fight. Like, I want to see the Pacquiao and Terrence Crawford. That's what I was hoping they was going to put together. But then they got freaking Crawford. He's over there fighting freaking Molina Jr. or whatever. So I'm like, one of those things. Again, like we said last time, just these boxing fools, they ain't trying to fight. Like I said, it's different in MMA. You come off an injury. You ain't fighting number 9 contender. You fight number 1. Like you said, Dominic Cruz was out for 4 years, and he comes back and fights the number 1. What you think about that Cruz and Garbrandt, though?
That's going to be a good fight. I do know.
Did you see the shit talking between them?
Well, look, here's the thing. Dominic Cruz is the way he talks shit to people. It's on a different level. It's not like a Conor McGregor, Chael Sonnen type of.
It's on an intelligent level.
It's on an intelligent level, and everyone in Team Alpha Male. There's not one that I've seen. At least their top guys, Uriah, TJ, all those guys. Mm-hmm. None. They just can't talk. They have no talk, no mouthpiece to talk trash to someone. And then, don't get me wrong. Again, great fighters, but when it comes to drawing back and forth, they're trying to go wit for wit with someone. They just don't have it. And if you look at the exchanges between Cody and Dominic, we saw it.
Yeah.
Once again, I saw it when it was Dominic and TJ. And it just looked, what are you doing? Just shut up and just go fight.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the situation here. We got Cody, really good fighter, but he has that Team Alpha Male trash talking on his
man, it was like he started it. Like, if you're trash at trash talking, don't start it. At least wait for the other guy. But it was like he just, as soon as they gave him the mic, that boy was like, man, I want to get this one in. This is my first one. I'm going to get it in. I'm going to make it stick.
Now, did you see the censored or uncensored version?
Uncensored.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw the uncensored version, and people were telling me about the censored version. It was just beep.
Oh.
Dominic Cruz, I was like, well, that ain't no fun. But what do you think about that fight?
I think it's going to be a good one, man. I think Cruz is going to dominate.
Okay.
I don't think they should have. I can't say that. I mean, Garbrandt has looked really impressive,
Right.
but man, I mean, just
The quality of opponent that Cody's faced compared to Dominic, that's going to be.
I think, man,
Very.
I think they just need to just build people up, man.
Right.
Just pay your dues, man. Just have fun paying your dues, and then when you're kind of like the Tony Ferguson, man. I really like Tony Ferguson, man. He just goes. He got him and Max Holloway are one of the two with the longest winning streaks right now, and they just go out and like Tony Ferguson said, he's like, man, I'm not even going to ask for the title. I just want another fight, man.
Right.
I'm not asking for the title because if I want it, I get it. I just want another fight, and I think that's how it should be, And because when you take a fighter like Dominic Cruz or any like a long-standing champion, Demetrius Johnson, all these champions, you got to look how many like just the hierarchy of training camps. Like they've been champion for years. They put in several top-notch training camps for a year. Like when someone broke it down to me when somebody was fighting Klitschko, they're like, you got to understand, Klitschko has put in 10 championship training camps together. You have put no 10 championship training camps together. So look at how you're stacking it up. Right. So and that's the thing. I think just more they should build him a little bit better. I know it's MMA and he's winning dominantly, but keep doing it. And show that you need to be you need to be that champion. But then again on the flip side, it's kind of like John Jones in the 205 division. He's cleaned out a lot of the division too with Dominic Cruz. So like they're kind of reaching for anybody too. So I understand that. So it's one of those things, those business things that I really ain't good at. So shut my mouth.
Speaking of bringing people along, were you able to see Mickey Gall versus Sage Northcutt? What?
Oh yeah. I should have said earlier. We need the behind the scenes, what we talk about before the camera rolls. Right. That's what we need. But anyways, yeah, I did see that fight.
Now you have Sage, who obviously they're trying to build, and again he's young, but they put him against a legit brown belt in Mickey Gall. Is that really now? Again, Mickey's on the flip side. He's only had 3 professional fights. And now he's in the UFC, and they have to put him against someone. Did you feel that was a good fight for either fighter?
I mean, if you're talking business, money wise, of course, that's going to sell. But Mickey, man, he's kind of like that unknown. Right. We kind of know a little bit about him, but he hasn't really shown much other than his ground skills in his fight. So it was kind of hard to say that it was a bad matchup. I thought it was a pretty good matchup for both,
I agree.
Yeah, and so I think just Mickey's one of those kids like that, now that we've hit in this echelon of MMA, we've got little kids training since they're like 10, 11, just wanting to be, fighters or jiu-jitsu or whatever it is. And so I think we're starting to hit that era, and we're going to see a lot of tough kids, no-name people like Mickey Gall that really ain't got a lot going for them, but they're tough. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going to start developing, just these almost like soldiers and MMA fighters, I'm telling you. So that's what I think about Mickey Gall. Just one of those tough kids, been training a long time. Like I say, anytime you're a 24-year-old brown belt, you put in some time. So
I agree. Now, speaking of brown, we're here, Gracie Barra, Texas, one of the top jiu-jitsu schools. You have Draculino here. We got my man Isai over there, chilling out, kicking it. As far as learning jiu-jitsu, how do you feel, being here on the mats? How quickly do you, as a person, how quickly do you absorb the material?
Man,
because we're talking about kids now, and kids are a little different from from adults. Yeah. But again, you're here in the top school, giving you great knowledge. How do you absorb it?
Man, I really don't absorb it that good, really. I get a buy on a lot of athleticism. I get by on that, and then just messing up. I mess up a lot, and then I learn from that, and then it kind of helps me out. But yeah, so took a lot of times getting choked out, gi chokes, arm bars, all that. Took a lot of that, and then sooner or later I get to absorb it, down the line.
Now, when you absorb it, obviously it's different from going jiu-jitsu mat to in the MMA cage. How much are you really able to implement in the fight game itself?
Man, it really just comes natural. I like how I do my training. I do like my striking by itself, and then I do my groundwork and wrestling by itself. And then when I do my sparring and stuff, I kind of put it together. Okay. And then we work different situations. what clinch work and all of that. So always working situational stuff. So and then in the fight you get to kind of see it all put together and that's why I never really go in with a game plan, because I feel well prepared in every area. So like in this last fight, you don't know where I'm capable of taking it. Even I don't sometimes. So,
you just go in there and fight.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need to do.
That's all you need to do. Well, man, I appreciate you taking the time out.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up, but February 4th?
February 4th,
Super
Toyota
Bowl
Center.
weekend, the Toyota Center. Justin Ledet is on the card, representing H-Town here. We don't know what we're gonna do. We don't know if we're getting a submission win, knockout win, but we're bringing that. I don't want to say bringing it home, but we already gonna be here.
Oh yeah.
We gonna represent. We doing anything out? We gonna have an after party or something like that? We at that age?
Nah, man, I don't even got enough friends to have a party. That's my thing, man. They could even. It's like, man, yeah.
Well, I saw, walking up and I'm seeing people kind of recognize you now. Is that more than the occurrence now?
Oh man, so much, man. Especially like I still live in like my hometown and stuff, so a lot of people see me like, they haven't seen me in years, since high school. Like, like getting movies at Redbox, like look, simple things you don't really pay attention to, or like, and then they'll be at like Walmart, be like, oh Justin, you'll be like, what? So yeah.
There you go, man. I appreciate you taking time out.
Oh yeah, same here, man.